everybody, welcome back to Project Happy Home. For those of you who are new here, I'm Tanya, a doctor, lawyer, turned homeschool mom of 3 kids ages 9, 6, and 4. If you're interested in videos about secular homeschooling, parenting a child with ADHD, and living a more intentional, essentialist lifestyle, you've come to the right place, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. I'm going to start doing a series of curricular review videos that are a little bit different than the ones I've done in the past. Often what I'll do is review an entire set of resources for what we use for math or what we use for science, etc. This year I'm going to start to do a little bit of something different. On occasion, I will do videos just highlighting one particular workbook or one particular piece of curriculum that we have either enjoyed or not enjoyed, because I believe that reviews should be helpful in both ways, by sharing what's working, but also sharing what's not working and why. This book is one that we have enjoyed greatly. It is Maps, Charts, and Graphs, A, The Places Around Me, made by Modern Curriculum Press, and I really enjoy using these books. I have all of the books from set A all the way to H, and they're just lying in wait for my kids. My son is actually on level D right now, and I will be doing a short video about that as well. So if you want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Maps, Charts, and Graphs is a very slender volume, if you can see, and that's actually something I really appreciate about this curricula. It doesn't beat the child over the head with multiple iterations of the same concept. It really does walk them through the basics of how to read a map without doing 10 exercises about the same thing, for example, a map key. If you're the type of homeschooler who does not enjoy worksheets, who really wants to keep worksheets to a minimum, this is a really good curriculum for you to look into because it's very comprehensive without being overkill. I have seen these retail for anywhere from, I believe, about $7 to about $12, depending on what level you get. Each of the books in every level is about the same size, give or take. They're all slender volumes. This one is a total of, I think, before we get to the answer key, 44 pages, and that's including the glossary page. So as you can see from lesson 1, the verbiage is very simple. It is perfectly suited towards a kindergarten or first grader, depending on their reading level. My daughter is 6 years old and straddling kindergarten or first grade. She can read most of the directions and the questions by herself. Each page takes her very little time and yet does a really good job covering what the material is meant to. For example, this is about map titles, so they're really focusing on map titles for those 2 pages. Here they talk about what maps actually show, how you can have a 3-dimensional picture and then draw it as a 2-dimensional picture. And when we did that page, we actually had her draw her own room as well. And here you have direction words, so they talk about up, under, left. Then they go into forward, between. So I like how they walk them towards the idea of a compass rose before really hitting them with it initially. And so then they have cardinal directions. They have a lot of assignments where they'll have the child actually draw on the map so that they can learn how to use a map, which is nice. Here you have different types of maps, so not only a city with different things in a map key, but also like a map of a room. You have more lessons about how to use a map key, how to read things. If I had any complaints about the map keys, I would say that they're a little too simplistic. So even without the child reading, sometimes they can figure out exactly what they're talking about without using the map key. That being said, once I sort of pointed out to my daughter that you should really follow the map key, she could do it very easily. It goes on to different types of symbols for land and water. It has some opportunity for writing, but not too much. And that's a nice feature too, especially if you have a reluctant writer at this stage. You can still have them follow directions and trace paths on the map. For example, here she had to follow these directions and trace the appropriate paths on different locations on the map. My daughter's about at lesson 14 in this book. We use a variety of geography resources, and in many ways we don't really use a workbook approach, so we don't do this workbook every day at all. Though if you wanted to do it once a week, the entire book contains, I think, about 21 lessons. Yes. So that would take you for 21 weeks, and it's a really nice progression. So theoretically, you could probably do almost 2 of these books, level A and level B, in 1 year if you wanted to do a lesson a week. So here you have more tracing paths, distance words like far, near, furthest, measuring distance, comparing distance, finding real places on Earth. So here you have the introduction of the North Pole, South Pole, different continents, how does land look on a map when water. Then you have places near me, learning about what country they live in, etc. Pictographs, bar graphs to conclude it, and then you have a glossary as well as an answer key, though at this level an answer key probably isn't very necessary to you at all. So there you have it, you guys. This is Maps, Charts, and Graphs, the Places Around Me level A. It is perfectly suited to a kindergartner or a first grade level, and if you're interested in seeing later levels of these workbooks, please subscribe, because I will be doing a video later on level D, which my third grader is using right now. I hope you've enjoyed this short little review, you guys. I really appreciate your time, and I wish you the very best day.